Growing up in an athletic family, fitness and health has always been a big part of my life. People look at golf and they don't think it's a very physically demanding sport.
Golf has a reputation of being like the quintessential leisurely sport.
I started playing pre-Tiger Woods. That was the era when guys were getting hot dogs at the turn and not really taking care of themselves nutritionally.
But I would say starting when Tiger Woods came to his pinnacle, people started looking at golf as more of an athletic feat. There's a lot more focus on health, nutrition, recovery, performance.
It's definitely become more athletic now, just because people are so fascinated with hitting the ball farther and higher. Being able to have a certain level of strength on the golf course can definitely help.
Now you have a golf athlete, where before you had a golfer.
With golf becoming a more athletic sport, people are starting to seek treatment because they realize that they want to perform better. So I am seeing some people that are coming in that may not have come in 20 years ago, that they're coming in being like, it's not killing me, but I feel like there's an issue with this part of my swing.
There's a lot of moving parts in the golf swing, and if you're not loose, if you're not doing the right things off the course, it will translate to on the course.
It's most commonly a back-related problem because the amount of core strength you need to have an appropriate golf swing is quite impressive. That rotational movement puts a lot of stress on the low back and can trigger a lot of issues, whether it's the low back, hip, or sometimes the knees. If you try and play through low back pain, it's probably going to make the pain worse. Playing more frequently is actually a really good way to kind of get into shape with regard to the core strength.
Nice ball.
If playing more frequently is not a realistic solution, I would say a really good place to start would be side planking. So on your elbow, stack your feet, kind of elevate your hips, and holding that position is very challenging, but I would encourage you to do that both sides, and that's a really good way to activate and train your core and try and hold that low back nice and solid. But a lot of places at the gym now have pulley systems. So even grabbing a hold of a pulley and doing a rotational movement, almost like mimicking your golf swing, but with some weight, that's a really good way to kind of wake up the muscles that are going to be barking at you while you're playing golf. Speed training, or almost swinging with a weighted stick to add more resistance. You can really train yourself to get used to that weight, and then when it comes to the normal club, you're not working as hard and you can get more club head speed. I think most golfers show up about 15 minutes before their tee time, get their clubs out, get their shoes on, and then walk to the first tee. I think that's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion.
Before rounds, we like to do dynamic warm-ups, we call them. So that'll consist of anything, doing a couple squats, lots of stretching out your legs, your back, getting that shoulder mobility.
I think that if you can spend even 10 minutes on the range, stretching, maybe hitting a few balls beforehand, anything you can do to wake up these muscles, because there are some muscles that get used in golf that don't get used during daily activity. And the more tuned those muscles are, the better you're going to perform, the less likely you are to get injured, and to be honest, the more you'll enjoy the game.